Hey Writerly Besties, welcome back to the Writing with Anna New podcast where we talk about all things writing. In today's episode, I am going to be talking about my own writer quirks, and I think this is just going to be such a fun video to talk about. Just like all the things I do that is just like really weird as a writer, and some things I've just picked up on that it could be normal maybe for you, and I'm kind of curious to see how many of these things on this list like kind of relates to you. And yeah, I'm so excited because I actually got a comment on one of my videos today, and I was kind of like driving to uni and I kind of saw it. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's such a good like podcast episode idea. Like they were asking about my writing quirks and kind of like what I do that's kind of a weird sort of thing. Anyways, yeah, I'm so excited. So thank you if you commented. Here is this episode. I'm gonna do like a whole full-blown like 10-minute episode on it. Also, if you're watching on my YouTube channel, you can tell that I literally have like a really crooked lamp in the background. I don't know why it's like that. It's just how it is. And of course, I'm like in my pajamas, so I'm in like a disheveled sort of state. My brain's kind of crazy. It's like burnt out from today at uni. I socialized, I went to class. It was a crazy day. So don't mind me if today's episode is a bit crazy and I could be overtired. So yeah, that's it. Anyways, let's go ahead and get onto this list. Let's go. I'm so excited. Okay. Let's get started. So my first writing quirk is that I kind of write when I'm not supposed to be writing. So that literally be in like class, that literally be like, I don't even know. I just find time that I shouldn't be writing. And like when I want to write, that's when I don't and I do something else. Does that make sense? Is that just me? Because I feel like I think this is especially with class and just like with when I kind of like want to procrastinate doing uni, I would write, but to procrastinate to procrastinate writing sometimes I would actually do uni, which is interesting because it's just like back and forth. I guess like overall I just kind of write in weird places. I write on my phone, like when I'm on a walk, like I just like in weird places. And I'm not sure if it's just me, but like when inspiration strikes and I just want to feel like writing, I like have to do it sometimes because usually I'll get through the list. There's a particular time of the day that like is so specific, and that's when I write. And if I miss that day, then I have to find another time to write that day. It's usually a time where I shouldn't be writing, or it's kind of like weird that I am writing. I hope that makes sense. It probably doesn't. Anyways, the second quirk is overusing short sentences. So this is obviously a bit more practical, a little bit more technical in regards to my writing, but I adore short sentences. Like, you know, when you do those nice complex sentences and then you hit it with a hard sentence that kind of is like snarky or like kind of like witty, you know what I mean? And I just like love that vibe and I'm just here for it. And I feel like it just adds so much punch to the writing, especially when I am like in a character's head or like in their monologue. Even if it is in third person, I very much just love using short sentences basically. And I hope you understand what I mean by that. Just that like, yeah, it's just like, I don't know. It's like a little comment that I just like love to sneak in there to kind of add some characterization through the writing. But I feel like I overuse it to a point where like everyone knows it's my writing because of how much short sentences I be using. Anyways, that's the second one. The third writing quirk is actually interesting. I obsess over dialogue. If you don't know, I like honestly something that I think I'm most proud of in my writing is my dialogue and the sort of dialogue I give my characters, and I just act it out in my head and I obsess over, does this sound natural? Like literally that's all I focus on, because if you guys don't know, I really don't like bad dialogue in books that I read. So I think I just have a huge like focus and just like anxiety around like the dialogue not being realistic or not being good and just like true to the character in that sort of situation. So I really do focus on dialogue and just like obsess over it. And I like play it out in my head all the time. Like I even like say it out loud, which is a really good tip if you guys like want to, actually understand if your writing's okay. But yeah, I love dialogue. Like I, as a writer, like the one thing I'm obsessed with when I do write scenes is dialogue. Dialogue, dialogue, dialogue. Okay. The fourth pet peeve, sorry, not pet peeve. What am I talking about? Fourth. Did I get, I don't know. Sorry guys, my brain's fried today. As I already said, the fourth quirk is I treat the thesaurus, if I can say it right, the thesaurus like a Bible. I love the thesaurus. Like I have a physical copy, which I should actually read more often because I feel like that would very much expand my vocabulary. But I love just like searching online, like every single second sentence. I'm just like, what's a better way to describe that? And it's just like a big quirk of mine because I just like adore learning about words that, they mean different things, but they're still similar in a way. And I think that really does trigger a lot of different ideas and ways of expressing what I want to write in a scene, in a particular like description piece, for example. And it's just something that I really love. And it's just like so fun, even though I waste so much time on thesaurus, like clicking on a word and then that's like, I'm like, okay, that's a bit closer to like what I'm trying to get at. Let me click another word and just like click, 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 click. And it's like something I love and I don't regret it. Okay, I don't regret like the 10 minutes I spend trying to like find out a word. Anyways, okay, the fifth writing quirk is, yes, the specific time of day that I write. I kind of post on my Instagram story a lot of writing updates. Also, if you don't follow me, it's underscore Anna New, just like on my YouTube channel, but just an underscore before that. The specific time of day that I like to write is right when the sun is about to go down. Like, I mean, literally like 10, 15 minutes. And like, that's the golden hour, basically. And I adore that time. I don't know what it is, but like that sort of time where the sun is about to go down, I don't know. It's like a magical moment where like it just hits my room right. And if you don't know, I live in Australia and it's really, really hot. So like during that time, it's kind of like cooling down and I'm just like in the mindset and always also the place that I live in, my like outside my house, outside my room, outside my window, it always is a beautiful, beautiful sunset. And I think that's honestly probably why just the way that the sun looks and the clouds look, and it's just so pretty and it gives me such inspiration. I feel like the clouds honestly are such an inspiration piece to me. I think particularly if you guys remember Project CZ, that story started through my inspiration and like love for clouds, especially the prologue within that fantasy novel. So I don't know, maybe I have like some sort of subconscious relationship yeah, from that I didn't really realize until now. So that's kind of interesting. I love clouds, if you guys don't know. Okay, the sixth writing quirk, I have 7. So the second last one is that, okay, this is actually really interesting. I was brainstorming, and that's because I actually finished all my uni work today, guys. I was in the library. I was brainstorming Project O. I like to do brainstorming because sometimes, honestly, I have an iPad, if you guys don't know, and I love writing on my iPad so much. So, like, I can technically write and, like, work on my chapters, but I was just like, no, I'm gonna brainstorm a little bit. So I like was doing some writing and I was kind of brainstorming and going into more depth about, like, kind of, what's the word? Sort of specifying the very specific things that the characters in my book project are dealing with and basically the main themes of that. So with Alex, with Lewis, and I remember today, like, I kind of just used half the page just to do a little like writing reflection on these two characters because I realized how much they mean to me. And in a way, my sixth writing quirk is that I don't decide how my characters are and I don't decide what happens in my book. And I've talked about this in a few of my videos and podcasts especially, but in terms of my stories, I've said this so many times, but the story is already within me and I'm simply just telling it. And though it takes a long time and sometimes it is very hard to actually, tell that story because it takes time for me to, I guess, articulate it and put it onto words. It's still within me and just is coming out. It's not like I'm coming up with the ideas. Does that make sense? Or am I going insane? Like, that's probably the biggest, like, writing, like, phenomenon. I don't even know what it is. Just like the way I write. I don't come up with ideas. I simply write the story that's supposed to be written. Does that make sense? So in terms of my characters, I was just resonating so much with them and I'm just like, wow, like they are telling me how they are. Like I remember I can like maybe get it up. Maybe not, my iPad's in my bag. But yeah, I was just talking about in my reflection, just writing on my iPad on a random note, just going like, these characters, like I can't decide who they are because they themselves are telling their story to me. And I just find that so beautiful in a way because these characters are so real and it's just so bizarre that like I am just the vessel for them. Okay, maybe I'm going insane. Okay, the seventh, the last writing quirk is that, okay, I might be going overtime, so this might be more than 10 minutes, but this is the biggest one, and this is like the most exciting quirk, and I think like this is honestly like kind of cute, but like I freak out. Like I literally scream. I am not kidding. Like you guys maybe know, I guess another writing quirk is that I sometimes when I am plotting, I walk around my house randomly, like just like downstairs and I just like walk around and I like go to the bathroom or like fill up my bottle and I'm literally just talking to myself about the plot and be like, okay, this person needs to go here, but then what about this, blah blah blah, and like I swear people think I'm crazy, but my family doesn't give me a second look. Um, but something that happens is when I do get like an epiphany or when I do come up with like a particular scene, for example, or a particular way to fix a plot hole or a new character or a new character trait, anything like that, I scream. Like I literally scream. And usually when I'm writing that scene, I don't react. But when I get the idea, it's such a liberating moment. For example, I guess this is the big example, which is kind of like really cute and just like makes me so excited about writing is I was on my I have a balcony outside my room. I'm very blessed to have a balcony and I have a rocking chair. And I love to just sit on it and sometimes just listen to music, especially when the sun's down and it's cooler and I can just like watch, the sky change color and stuff like that. And I was just thinking because I like to listen to like the classical violin and piano pieces in my headphones because Project Orchestra is about that sort of stuff, especially the two main characters, they're musicians, right? That's what they do. And guys, I'm actually so excited. Like, I just need someone to talk to about this, but look, I remember I want there to be a kiss scene within the story, and I just didn't know where that was gonna happen. I don't know where it was gonna happen, what was gonna happen, what was like the context of like what was gonna happen. I didn't know how it would lead up, and then the epiphany came to me. Sorry, I keep like on the mic. Don't mind me, but I just kept. Oh, it just came to me. I don't know how, and I thought of the train, and I think like the first thought I had was just like, it's raining and it's like at a train station and the train's about to leave and Lewis, I guess in the book, so the second character Lewis, he is running to go catch the train. Oh my gosh, y'all, I'm going insane. Yeah, so Lewis is running to the train because he's about to leave because a lot of things I can't really explain, but he's like angry and frustrated and he just wants to go back home because he feels like he doesn't belong there in London with Alex in the orchestra, in the academy and stuff like that. And then Alex runs after him and it's in the freaking rain, y'all. And then like Alex is like, Lewis, like, why are you leaving? Like, why are you leaving me? Like, what can I do to make you stay? What can I do? because Lewis is about to literally leave him and go on the train, and oh my God. No, literally no, because like Alex, yeah, he says like, sorry, I can't even look. Do you understand how freaked out I get? And like, yeah, Alex is like, what can I do to make you stay? And Lewis kisses him, and I'm like, and it's so vivid in my mind. And like, you can hear the train like go whoop whoop whoop, and then it like passes, and then like kissing. Oh my days, like that gives me such serotonin, and that particular idea or that leading up to it, and I can see exactly how the scene would play out. I can see exactly where it would be in the story. That sort of like clicking moment gives me, I scream. I literally like outside my balcony, like there's houses around me, and I screamed. I can't control myself. I would scream right now, but I'll probably like blow your ears off. So I will restrain myself right now. But there's that. That's my writing quirks. You know what I mean? Oh my gosh, literally. Oh my God. Sorry, I need to stop. A lot of you guys actually kind of like, I guess, getting inspired by my weird ideas or like talking about my characters, my stories, which means the freaking world. So I hope you enjoyed my screaming and unintelligent girl. I don't know. I'm supposed to be a writer, but I don't know words. But anyways, I love you guys so freaking much. Thank you so much for listening in. It means the world. Like, actually it means the world. Like, oh my gosh. Like, yo, you're listening right now. Like, what? Like, thank you so much. Thank you. It means the world. I hope this inspired you, and maybe you can relate to this a little bit. But again, my brain's fried. I finally have a day off tomorrow. Uni is great. Uni is killing me, and it's like week 2. Anyways, I love you guys so, so much, and I hope to see you in my next writing episode. Bye, guys. Love you. Bye.